Anyone? Do you know a great deal about dyslexia?
I'm a little bit dyslexic in as much as I'm OK reading, but if I'm typing or writing, I get my letters muddled up.
Right.
But that's the only... But I think it's very mild. I mean, it's not... I wouldn't say...
I know quite a few dyslexic people and who've discussed what it was like being at school, and it sounds horrific.
Yeah. Well, look, what would you believe 1 in 10? 10% of people are dyslexic. And we know that as children you can be criticised. You're thought that you're thick from other children, but also from teachers. And sometimes if your parents don't know, they can assume you're just not that bright.
Well, I had a teacher called Mrs. Parrott, and I was the last kid in the class to be taken off a pencil and given a pen. Remember those days?
I do. I can sense that hurt quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's bothered me my whole life.
Apt point, because those early put-downs can have a lasting impact on the self-confidence of dyslexic people. That is the point of today's The Point. Here's the entrepreneur, Debra Charles. She says it's time to stop being so judgmental about dyslexia.
I'm dyslexic, not thick. I've dealt with the challenges of dyslexia all my life, and yet now I see it as a positive. I honestly believe that my success is because of and not despite dyslexia. I was told many times that I was thick at school before being recognised as dyslexic at the age of 12. And I'm not alone. 10% of our UK population are also dyslexic. So we really need to bin those preconceived notions about this as a disability. And that change needs to start within schools. I want to get entrepreneurs going into classrooms to forge better links with pupils with learning difficulties. They should be nurturing different skill sets, not pigeonholing pupils into traditional perceptions of their ability. Unearthing the hidden talents of dyslexic pupils that will contribute to closing the skills gap. People used to assume I was stupid, which left me feeling little confidence about my abilities. And I want to inspire others with dyslexia to wear that badge with pride and challenge those who don't. Don't discount us. We can make a real and meaningful difference.
It's important, isn't it, to realise that we have to support. If people have got something which is, you know, just different and stilting their ability to learn in the way that other children do, we've just got to support them.
So, what I think is really nice is, compared to 20 or 30 years ago, there's much more knowledge about this now. You know, and you go into a school, you're much more likely to be diagnosed and given help than you
extra
ever.
time in exams.
Extra exams, and the state schools also will give you, legally mandated, they're supposed to give you help. So compared to 20 years ago, it has improved.
Got to speak for my friend George. Mini-Matt Smith is better known as. I was told by my Year 6 teacher I would never be anything. I think I own him now, which he does, because George is massive. Good on you, George. Quite right, too.
I now need to know what George does.
George, well, he's oh, well, I'll have to explain later. It's very complicated. Have a look it up. Mine can't mayhem.
He's successful anyway.
He's brilliant, is George. Love him to bits. Naz, weather.
Go on, let's talk about George.